Good day, everyone. So this is the start of our second semester for probability and statistics. For chapter 1, lesson 1, we have here the random variables and probability distributions. For what's in activity, toss it, you're going to answer the following. Number 1, in how many ways can 2 coins fall? Number 2, if 3 coins are tossed, in how many ways can they fall? Number 3, in how many ways can a die fall? Number 4, in how many ways can 2 dice fall? And number 5, how many ways are there in getting a double when 2 dice are rolled? Let's have number 1 as an example. So the answer there is 4. Why 4? Okay, let's see. So this is the diagram. Let's say we have here coin 1. So the possible outcomes for coin 1 is head and tail. So pwede siyang tao or yung tail. So those are the two sides of the coins. And then, let's say the coin 2 here is head and tail. So meron din siyang outcome here. So the possible combination, if you're going to toss 2 coins simultaneously or sabay, is the first combination is it can be head, head. Yun yung first outcome. And then, pwede rin na if you're going to toss it, the possible combination is head and tail naman. So, that is head, tail. For coin 1, kapag ang lumabas naman ay tail, pwedeng ang combination niya ay head. So, that is tail, head. And another one is, if the coin 1 is tail and the coin 2 can be also a tail, and that is tail, tail. So, these are the complete possible outcomes if 2 coins will be tossed simultaneously. Or this is what we call the sample space. So when we say sample space, that is the set of the possible outcome of an experiment. And on this case, our experiment is tossing 2 coins simultaneously. Okay? So you're going to do numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So let us proceed with our discussion. So what is it? Random variable. What are random variables? So it is defined here that a random variable is a numerical quantity that is assigned to the outcome of an experiment. We use capital letters to represent a random variable. So a random variable is of course a variable which represent an outcome nga. For example, sa coin. So sa coin, there are 2 possible outcomes. At ang random variable na pwede natin gamitin dito is H for head and capital letter T for tail. So that is the random variable, the H and T. So, okay. So let us have an example. Suppose 2 coins are tossed and we are interested to determine the number of heads that will come out. Use capital letter H to represent the number of heads. In here, the random variable is letter H, yung capital letter H. Determine the values of the random variable H. Okay, we're going to determine the value of the random variable H. Okay, step 1. For the step 1, we're going to list the sample space. So, how to do that? So, S stands for sample space. Capital letter S is equal to, so you're going to list down all possible outcomes inside the braces. So, open braces. So, if you're going to toss 2 coins, the possible outcomes are head-head. It can be head-tail or HT, TH, and TT for tail. So as you can see here, walang naulit na outcome. So, there should be no repetition, but the position can be interchanged. Like, for example, yung HT at saka TH, pwede silang magkapalit ng position, but it can't be repeated. Halimbawa, HT, naulit mo ulit yung HT, hindi pwede yun. So, dapat ganyan lang. So, HH, HT, TH, and TT. So, that is step 1. For step 2, we're going to create a table. So, we are going to count the number of heads in each outcome and assign this number to this outcome. So, sa first column, we're going to write there all the sample space. So, that is HH, HT, TH, TT. Yung nasa step 1 mo, isusulat mo lahat dyan. And then, for the column 2, you're going to write there the number of heads. Yung possibility na appear, yung appearance ng letter H, the value of H. For the first one, head, there are, how many H are there? There are 2. So you will write 2 here. In head, tail, there is 1 H. And tail head, there is 1 head. So that is why we answer here 1. And for the tail, there is none. So, wala ditong head. So, you're going to write 0. Okay? That is for step 2. For step 3, determine the values of the random variable. How to determine it? So, to determine that, the values of the random variable h, or the number of heads in this experiment, are 0, 1, and 2. It means that the possibility, the appearance of the random variable h is, it can be 0, pwedeng wala, hindi siya nag-appear. It can be once lang or 1, isang beses lang siyang nag-appear sa TH at saka sa HT, tagi-isa lang siya. And then 2 for head. So, dalawang beses siyang nag-appear. So, these are the values of the random variable. Okay, so let us have another example. If 2 ball pens are taken from the bag, one after the other, determine the values of the random variable B for the black ball pen. And let us use random variable R for the red ball pens. Okay? So, for example, meron kang ball pens sa bag, which are black and red, and you're going to get 2 ball pens simultaneously. So, what are the values of the random variable daw? So, step 1, we're going to list the sample space. So, S is equal to, open braces, black, or BR for black, red. It can be red, black, and it can be red, red. Okay. Step 2, count the number of black in each outcome and assign this number to this outcome. So, number of, this is black. Okay. So, on the first column, write all the sample space. BB, BR, RB, and RR. So column 2, how many times does B appears? So, sa first outcome, twice, which is 2, ang sagot natin. In here, BR, once lang siya, kaya 1 ang answer. Sa RB, once din nag-appear yung B, kaya 1. Sa RR, there is no B here, so 0. Okay. For step 3, determine the values of the random variable. So, the values of the random variable or the number of black ball pen is 0, 1, and 2. Okay. So, that is for the value of the random variable. Okay, now let us proceed with understanding discrete and continuous random variable. Discrete random variable is one that can assume only a countable number of values. When we say discrete random variables, ito yung mga bagay na kaya nating bilangin. Like number of fingers. What else? Number of toys in a box. Number of ball pens inside your bag. Number of, let's say, trees in a place. Okay, so yung nabibilang can be counted. Okay, that is discrete random variable. For continuous random variable, can assume infinite number of values in one or more intervals. So, the keyword here is infinite. Sabihin, it cannot be counted one by one, but it can be measured. Like for example, ano ba yung mini-measure natin? The amount of sugar in a bottle. Okay, what else? Or in a container. The length of the road. The weight of a child, the height of a man. So, yung mga sinusukat. Those are continuous random variable. Let us have here the examples of the discrete random variable. Okay, number of pencils in a box, number of soldiers in the troop, number of rotten tomatoes in the basket, and number of defective batteries. So those are the example of discrete random variable. So as you can see, they can be counted one by one. Okay? So let us have the example of continuous random variable. Okay, number 1, amount of antibiotics in the vial, lifetime. Okay, lifetime of light bulbs in minutes, length of wire ropes, and voltage of radio batteries. So those are the examples of continuous random variable. Okay, this is what you're going to answer for what's more. Letter A, 3 coins are tossed. Okay, so 3 coins. So ang combination natin ng random variable is tatlo. Let T be the number of tails that occurs and determine the values of the random variable T. Okay. Step 1, list the sample space. Since the coins tossed is 3, so there are 3 combination. So like for example, first toss is tail, pwede siyang tail, 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 head. And then you will answer the spaces there. And then, given na yung last, head, head, head. Okay, again, as what I've said, uh, repetition is not allowed. You can interchange their position or the position of the random variable, but hindi pwedeng maulit yung isang outcome. Okay, for step 2, you're going to create a table again. First column, list down all the sample spaces in here. And then for column 2, you will determine the value of the tails. So, lagay nyo lang dito how many times do tails appears. So, in T, 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 there are 3 times. In TTH, 2 times. And so on and so forth. Okay? And for step 3, you're going to write there the possibility of the appearance of the random variable T. Write it there. Okay, kapag kulang yung space, you can add blanks there. Okay, for letter B of what's more, you will classify the following if it is discrete or continuous. You will write discrete or continuous lang. Okay, that's all for today. Yan. See you next week.